Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the little unboxing, I suppose. Yeah, I guess that's what it was, an unboxing. A terrible unboxing, but an unboxing regardless. And so here we are. By the way, before we end it, I'm going to put timestamps at the beginning of this video, because if people actually don't care about the predictions, there's a timestamp for when the future channel starts. And if you don't care about the future channel, then you can just, pay attention to the predictions. So the predictions will be starting here, and then they will be ending here. And I accidentally hit the mic. God damn it! It's quite sensitive and it's sounding very smexy. I'm also had to talk a little bit more quiet because it's more likely to spike, unlike their boy the Blue Yeti Snowball. But yeah, anyway, obviously after the predictions it'll be the future of the channel, or if you just want to stay for all of it, then by all means do. So guys, I know that the Premier League has been over for about coming up 3 weeks now, and this is very late, and I know it won't get a lot of views, but to be honest, I don't really care. I just wanted to do it because I wanted it to be my first video back, to be honest, after 7 months. And yeah, it's just, I think it's a good way to just kind of come back with just a little bit of me looking at how bad my predictions are. Now, I'm pretty sure I've made a couple of forfeits in these, so if I didn't get certain things right, one in particular, like one very big one in particular, which I think I got right and I'm pretty damn proud of. So I'm also using OBS now. Yes, I know how to use OBS now, so get in there. Along with that, I will still be using Elgato as well. So yeah, if you didn't watch the last video, basically what happened was my microphone with the Blue Yeti Snowball, there's a 50% chance every single time it would go either very distant or would give a robot a static voice, and it was happening constantly. I've done 10 tests with this mic, not a single issue with that. So that's how you know it was the mic. It was the mic. And not to mention the Blue Yeti Snowball I've had for 3 years. It's about time I made an upgrade. Like I said, this is absolutely amazing. I spent a good hour looking at this. Anyway, this video is going to be quite long. I need to stop rambling. I'm just going to listen to past MSG do this. I got a full mug of tea here because I'm going to fucking need it. And yeah, let's just get into these predictions. Just before we get into these predictions, I got a whopping 0 out of 20 right, as I'm about to address. So, if I get 0 out of 20 right 2 years in a row, I will do a 50 quid Amazon giveaway when I come back to react in these in May. Fucking May. My God. We're in June now. Well done. Well done, past MSG. Well, actually, no, it's more well done me, to be honest. Surely I can't get 0 out of 40 in 2 years. You're actually right. Spoiler alert, I actually don't get 0 out of 20 this time. But I think pretty much everyone could have guessed that, especially the first few teams you'll definitely see. Great talking to you again. Let's get into the video. Hey. Oh, God, I forgot about this. Why did I think this was a good idea? Phone, I swear to God, I am about to kill you. Don't go off again. Okay, good. Why did I think this was a good idea? If I'm at least going to take a screenshot from a tier maker website, at least make it somewhat creative. Like, put blocks in front of the teams, not big PNGs of censor. Like, oh God, it's terrible. So as you can see, at least 2 of the teams are, I don't actually know which order I put these in. So if I could put Newcastle 20th, that could definitely be the worst one. But I'm pretty sure it's left to right. Anyway, well, I'm going to cut a lot of what past MSG says out, because this video is already 21 minutes long, so because I can't wait to get 0 out of 40. I never said 40 out of 40. I fucking wish. Alright, there's Sprucey. He didn't last very long at Newcastle, did he? I'm not going to judge everything by the first game, but I will take some elements from... I judged a few teams, if I'm not mistaken, by the first game, and I'm not sure if they paid off or not. Certain teams who had a bad first game. Arsenal. But yeah, I'm mainly going to be rating on what I feel the team can bring, the transfers, and just the competition mainly. But before we go any further, if you do like the videos, please don't forget to leave. I'll say this before him. Please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment below, and share with your friends. All the great stuff. Your support is incredibly appreciated. Also, thank you for 400 subscribers. Like it actually happened during the hiatus, so thank you very much. In the next week or two, I will be making a nice few little announcements for what will be happening for FIFA 22. Okay. Especially thanks to certain features being added in. So I'm looking really forward to a few projects. But anyway, a few projects that never got finished. Like I said, there will be an explanation at the end of this video. But ooh, that's aged very badly, hasn't it?
That's not what we're here about now. We're here for our Premier League predictions.
We are.
20 Premier League teams. Who will get relegated? Who's going to get European football? Who's going to win the league? Well, let's find out.
Not Aston Villa, because I remember I put them very fucking highly up in this list and they finished like 15th.
Excuse me, what?
Right, so I have a tier list here.
We do.
And I blanked out all of the teams except for the relegation teams, which I'm going to name in order. So 20th, Norwich.
Okay, so I was right, it is. So we already got 1 out of 20, and that means Watford will be 2 out of 20. I can't wait till it gets to Newcastle because oh boy. I actually have the Premier League table here with me, so yeah, I think this Leeds and West Ham are like my Leeds, Newcastle, and I think it's either Arsenal or Spurs that I got really badly wrong. Oh, Villa actually, sorry. We'll get to that as time goes.
It's just Norwich, isn't it?
It is just
Unfortunately, Norwich are just known as the team now that are too good for the Championship and they absolutely smash it, and they're too bad for the Premier League. Not to mention the fact that they lost their best player in Buendia to Aston Villa. Now, don't get me wrong, Rashica and Sargent are okay signing.
Sargent scored like 4 goals all season, 3 of them were in one game, and Rashica was very on and off.
But not the team for the most part is the same, if not worse, than the team that got relegated 2 years ago. Like, you lost Jamal Lewis, you lost Godfrey, you lost Buendia. You're still relying on Pukki, who scored 11 goals in the Prem. Don't get me wrong. But
he actually did that twice. He did that again for a very poor Norwich side. So I'm just saying, I know he's like 31, but honestly, Brighton, get him in on a 2-year deal, rotate him around with Mopé and whatever other striker you want to bring in. He'll guarantee at least 10 league goals, honestly. Teemu Pukki.
I just feel like it's not enough, and not to mention the 2 other teams that came up, I just feel have stronger squads, even though
That sounds so true for fucking Brentford. Brentford, wow, just wow.
like Daniel Farke, I just don't think they're...
Speaking of Daniel Farke, how the fuck did he get the Gladbach job? How? I understand Adi Hütter just kind of made them worse, but you're bringing in Daniel Farke, the man who got sacked at Norwich. Like, why? Oh, Gladbach. Like, I have more qualifications than Daniel Farke. I have a career mode. I won you fucking Europa Leagues and shit like that. Fucking hell, just bring me in, not Daniel Farke.
Our team has gone up, so I just have he go straight back down in 20th place. 19th now is a bit harsh considering how well they performed in their first game of the season. I have Watford.
That's why you don't judge things on the first game of the season. Watford sacked Xisco stupidly because he actually got good results. Then brought in Ranieri. He got like 2 wins. One was against United. Then they brought in Roy Hodgson, who literally came out of retirement for that. Yeah, it wasn't very good idea. You should have just kept Xisco and you might have stayed up, considering you had people like Dennis smashing in goals. You had Sarr, who, don't get me wrong, was a bit injured, but still not bad. You had Ben Foster, the cycling GK.
Come on, the boys.
And you did have a decent squad. You brought in a couple of people like Kuchka and stuff like that. You did have, I think, the quality to stay up. It's just the manager merry-go-round just absolutely screwed you over.
Love the cycling GK, Ben Foster, absolutely.
There he is.
I love Ismail Assar. I like Will Hughes. I like their team.
Will Hughes, I made this before the end of the transfer when Will Hughes fucking went off to Crystal Palace and barely played.
I just feel like it's just not Premier League quality. Like, they have a lot of okay players, like I said, the players I just named, but they still have people like Troy Deeney. I know
also left.
He won't play all the games. He's mainly just going to be a figurehead as the captain, but it's not the best team, and I just feel like the competition is a bit too much. Not to mention they haven't signed that many players either.
They changed that very quickly as the summer transfer window and the January transfer window happened. They signed who did they sign? They signed that guy Kamara from Nice. They signed Kuchka, and they signed another person that I can't fully remember the name of. I think it was another defender. I can't remember.
I just feel like Watford don't have enough, and they'd need... Honestly, I think they'd need to strengthen their midfield a bit, because, yeah, they have a decent attack like Emmanuel Dennis, who's a very decent player for
Man got like 13 league goals, I think, this season, so fair play to him.
Club Brugge, but I just feel like it's not enough. Now, this one I changed last minute. And God, I don't like doing this because I have a soft spot for the team.
You can't do much about it. I still don't mind Newcastle overall as a club, and I love their fans. Simple as that. But yeah, they finished 11th, not 18th. But then again, no one expected Newcastle to, get taken over and become the rich country, the richest club in the world, basically owned by a country. And they were 20th at Christmas, I believe. So you're gonna have to give me a kind of a break for this one. But yeah, like, just fair play to Newcastle. They're on the verge of signing Ekitike and a couple of other players too, so they could definitely finish a lot higher next season.
I don't know. I just feel it's a hard one with Newcastle because they finished decently in mid-table, but
and they did do that again. Seriously, the Premier League table this season was so close. Like West Ham finished 7th, Europa Conference League, got 56 points. Newcastle in 11 had 49. They were only 7 points behind. And the same thing with the relegation zone. Like Burnley got 35 points. And Southampton, who finished 15th, had 40. Now that's kind of crazy.
just feel like all the other teams around them have just improved. Okay, Joe Willock has become their first and pretty much only signing.
He didn't really show up until the last third of the season. He didn't score nowhere near as many goals as he did, obviously because he scored like in 8 games in a row. But yeah, he just kind of didn't do much except for the first 2/3 of the season.
Transfer 25 million. Joe Willock is very good. He scored what in 8 games in a row? There's a 7. I can't exactly remember. But Joe Willock is very good. But I just feel it's not enough. You can't relying on a central midfielder to score all your goals. It's not great. You have Callum Wilson, who
strange that I say that, because the person that they relied on for goals and Joe Linton became a centre mid and a very good one at that. And also Callum Wilson still had a good season despite the fact he basically has one knee, so fair play to Callum Wilson.
Is a great player. He scored on the opening day against West Ham, but you just seen how defensively mediocre Newcastle are.
They fucking changed that very fucking quick. They got Schär working again. They brought in Dan Burn. Dubravka came back into the team from injury. Okay, maybe not the best defensively, but still solid defensively compared to the start of the season.
Against West Ham. Don't get me wrong, West Ham are good, and I have them decently in the table, but it's not enough. It's just not enough. You can't just rely on Joe Willock and Callum Wilson. As you've seen, Callum Wilson got injured. Newcastle,
shocker.
They scraped a lot of results. I don't see them staying up. I'm really sorry, Newcastle fans. If you stay up, fair play to you. I'm very happy. But I just have you going down.
And they did stay up, like I said. They finished 11th.
Now, the team that I swapped them for, Brentford. My God, do they play lovely football. My God, do they have a very good team.
And that really happened. That really stood firm for the season. They finished 13th, so 2 places off. They play very, very nice football. They had a period, I think, from November to like late September to early January where they just couldn't win a game. And they had good performances against Liverpool. They drew 3-3. They beat obviously Arsenal the first game of the season, and they had very, very good players. Obviously they had Raya, they had Tony, they had Canos, Wemu. They had a very solid defense actually, but they just couldn't get the wins when they needed it. But then Eriksen came in, and my God, I'm not just putting it all on Eriksen, but he really supercharged that team. And I think without Eriksen, they definitely could have been in serious trouble of getting relegated. But like I said here, they play good football and they'll just about stay up.
There are so many good players. I didn't think Raya, for example. Like I said, I'm not going to judge all.
Who actually was injured a good portion of the season, and that's also the reason why they kind of did, because they had to bring in a third choice goalkeeper who barely played football the year before or something like that.
The first game season, but I'm going to reference the first game season. He played very good against Arsenal. He made a very, very good save against, I think it was Pepe. Yeah, that was a wonderful save. Ivan Toney was brilliant.
Finished with 14 league goals and 7 assists, I think, which is very good.
Canos was brilliant.
Not worth 40 million though.
And they have overall just a very, very nice squad. They made a couple of okay signings too. But once again, I could see them going down, because a team like Norwich, for example, last time, they started off okay. They got a couple of decent wins and draws.
And Norwich were actually in a good position to actually stay up. They were 18th with 2 points behind, I think it was Watford at the time. I think it was just before Christmas. And then they just completely fucked it up. They really did fuck it up.
But I don't know. I think they had that. I think they had that extra push. They had that extra... I can't think of the word.
I know the word. It's mentality. So, yeah, you're a bit dumb.
They have that extra bit of mentality, I guess.
Winning mentality, to be specific,
is the word I use. To just being able to stay up. And I think what they bring to the Prem is something new. Not a lot of teams will be able to adapt to it straight away. And I think they might be able to get a couple of shock results, like you said.
Say that. Like I said, they got 3-3 draw against Liverpool. They fucking smashed Chelsea. What was it, 4 or 5-1? They beat Arsenal. They got a lot of fucking big results this season
against Arsenal. So I have them staying up in 17th. 16th, I have Brighton.
Okay, this is the first. This is, apart from Newcastle, which I gave myself a pass on, this is the first really bad one. Brighton finished 9th. They didn't finish 16th. Oh god, how many points did they finish off 16th? So Everton got 39. Ooh, yeah, they finished 12 points ahead. Oh, fucking hell, Brighton were very close to actually getting European football. They were only 6 points away from topping West Ham. Fucking hell. Brighton, fair play. Graham Potter got that team working well. And the fact that they lost Ben White and Dan Burn, two very, very good centre-backs, they still did well. Neil Maupay got scoring a bit more. I think himself and Trossard joint top goal scorers like 9. I think Welbeck even got 7. So the goals were very, very spread out. Lallana for the first half of the season was very, very good defensive midfielder. And obviously Basuma and Mwepu, especially Mwepu, very, very good players this season.
Mainly because, Brighton are just they're an okay Premier League time. They are not going to underperform like they did last season.
You could say that. You could say that again.
And like they underperformed so badly in front of goal. There's no way that can happen 2 seasons in a row. That's the main reason. Like Neil Maupay is still 24. He scored opening day of the season. It looks like a very decent team. Graham Potter have them playing some good football. Yep. Yes, they did lose Ben White, but they still have a very, very solid defence when it comes to Dunk, Byrne, and Webster.
Yes.
And not to mention Robert Sanchez had a brilliant...
he was very error prone this season. He fucking nearly knocked out Luis Diaz. But yeah, still had a solid enough season.
Season for them. I'd say comfortably in 16th. 15th, Burnley.
Aww. I know what I'm about to say as well.
It's just Burnley, innit?
They were just Burnley until they sacked Dyche. And I'm sorry, Burnley fans, right? Obviously, Mike Jackson did very well. He got you like 3 wins out of 5 out of crucial part of the season. But I just think, personally, this is just my opinion, Dyche would have kept you up. That's just my opinion. I know maybe things got sour behind the scenes, either in the locker room or with the owners, but I honestly think Dyche just knew how to get the most out of Burnley, and I think he honestly could have kept you up. Especially, I know you need to better Leeds as a result, and Leeds got the win, but there were games where you definitely could have won. I just think personally, Dyche would have kept you up.
They signed Nathan Collins, I think.
Go on, Nathan Collins, Irish pride. Even though Ireland literally just lost to Ukraine yesterday, and before that Armenia. We're kind of going backwards again, and a lot of people are saying Stephen Kenny should be sacked. If we don't actually cop on in the next game or two, then I could possibly agree, but I still think maybe it's a tad too early. Also, no one cares about the Nations League. But at least the under-21s are looking good. They look like they're going to qualify for the under-21 World Cup.
For Stoke for 12 million. It was an okay little signing, he's an Irish lad. Hopefully he can do well in the Prem.
He scored like 2 goals, I think.
Sean Dyche is just able to get the best out of Burnley.
I literally just said that, but he was sacked.
To be honest,
the timing as well was really bad. I think you could have given him to the end season.
Oh, they lost 2-1 to Brighton, which it wasn't that bad. It was literally like the battle of Brexit ball versus Graham Potter, Barcelona wannabe.
Not wrong. Also, they lost Wood, even though I think he only scored 3 goals for them all season, and then he scored 2 more for Newcastle. Weghorst got 2 or 3 goals, and people are a bit annoyed at him, especially because between him and Patrick Roberts, and Cornet as well tried his best, mainly first half. See, second half he kind of dropped off a bit, but yeah, it was a tough one for Burnley. I think they'll come right back up though.
It works for them. But I just think it's Burnley. Burnley are just going to stay up. 14th Southampton.
Right. 14th Southampton. They finished 15th. I was very close, but they finished a good 5 points away from 14th place Aston Villa, who obviously aren't there, and they only finished 1 point ahead of Everton. Southampton are just a really weird team. They just had they did this thing again, and just after Christmas they went on a winning streak, and they looked like they could have broken into the top 8, and then they proceeded to lose, not win in the next 6 or 7 games. It's just classic Southampton. I don't know about Hasenhüttl anymore. I like the brand of football he plays, but he just lacks so much consistency, doesn't he?
Right. Southampton lost Danny Ings.
They did.
Major loss.
Well, they did have Broha scoring a couple of goals, and James Ward-Prowse had the season of his life.
Great sign for Aston Villa, by the way. It was literally...
I'll get to that when he talk about Villa.
He came out of nowhere, but I love this signing of Adam Armstrong.
Okay, he's lost it. It's over.
Championship goal scoring machine, so consistent.
He scored 2 goals on season. Why, Adam Armstrong? Why? Ben Burt Diaz is going to do the same, isn't he? God.
He's very, very good on the ball. He's good at link-up play. They still have a lot of good players on the pitch as well. James Ward-Prowse signed a new 5-year contract, who was, in my opinion, their best player.
Yep.
Che Adams, who's constantly
he actually got double figures this season again. Once again, fair play to Che Adams.
Gaining more and more form. They did lose Vestergaard and Bertrand, which are 2...
Bertrand, not that bad, because they literally got they got Livermento and moved Kyle Walker-Peters to the left back, and he had a brilliant season. Livermento had a brilliant season at the other side. Vestergaard, he was terrible for Leicester. So, yeah.
Two big loss, especially Vestergaard, who had a very good start to the season, might I add, but I just think I see Southampton doing fairly well. 13 Wolves.
Now, I know a Wolves fan, and he was very, very depressed about how this season ended when they were pushing for European football pretty much all season apart from the first month, and then just to collapse so badly. And their main problem wasn't defence. They were so defensively good, like Jose Sa, Connor Cody, unbelievable seasons. It's just they couldn't score. Simple as that. And I'll probably address that in a minute.
Just think Wolves are just on a downward spiral. Like,
not exactly true. Like I said, they finished 10th, but they did go on a downward spiral the last third of the season.
They lost Nuno, which a lot.
Not that bad. Lage did a brilliant job.
I know a Wolves fan. He says it was Nuno's trying to go, but what was it? Liège? Is that Liège?
It's Lage, you fucking idiot.
I don't know, the former Benfica manager. Not to mention, like, they did bring in like a couple of signings. Who did they bring in? They lost Patricio. The Brown Jose Sa was younger, yes, but I just feel, I don't know. It's just, I think Wolves are just gonna.
Sa had one of the best seasons in the Premier League. He was unbelievable.
A struggle, not to mention, yes, Raul Jimenez is back, but due to him,
here we go now.
I personally think, I hope I'm wrong, because I love Raul Jimenez. He's an absolute beast. I just think because of that skull fracture, he's wearing the bandana now.
Bandana. It's like a scrum cap of some sort, yeah. Raul Jimenez, I think, got like 7 or 8 league goals. Not bad, but like compared to what he used to get like 10s, like close to 20, like 2 seasons prior. That's a big drop off, and especially they literally had no one else because Adama left for Barcelona. He got like 2 goals all season. Trincao just wasn't very consistent. Hwang, after his loan became permanent, just dried up goals wise. So they just didn't really have a clinical goal scorer, and that's what they really need.
I don't think he'll be as vicious in the air where he was brilliant in the air. He scored so many headers. I still think he'll do well, but I just think this is probably where Wolves is now, because like they're just, I think their honeymoon period is.
Yeah, there's a I rated it, but I'm not sure what's going to happen with that, because I hear people saying like Barca don't want Adama's wages and they're willing to swap Adama for Trincao, but I don't know if that's going to be developing, if I'm being honest.
Over in the Prem, they got 7 twice, I think, and I just think now they're going to be higher mid-table, just mid-table teams.
10 players, I'm kind of right.
So I think they'll finish 13th this season. 12 now is very ambitious.
Very ambitious.
I have Crystal Palace.
Not ambitious at all. Palace had a very, very good season. Patrick Vieira did a wonderful job. The signings he made did very well. Anderson, Olise, he got the best out of Zaha, who had his best goal scoring season. I think he got like 15 league goals. He got the best out of Conor Gallagher. And just overall, they were very, very good all season.
I'm believing in the Palace hype.
Damn right, I did.
Love the appointment of Patrick Vieira. I love
the quality of that picture, though. Oof.
Love the signings of Guehi, of Joachim Anderson, of Olise. Obviously, Eze is injured. Unfortunately, he won't be back till I think it's October.
Yeah, then he got injured again, and he only restarted performing the last third of the season once again. I'm saying last third of the season a lot, but it's just kind of the truth for a lot of teams.
November time, Zaha is still there. I just think it's good. Like it's a fresh team, fresh ideas. Roy Hodgson did very, very well, constantly getting them around 14th, 15th place. But I think Vieira will do well. I think Vieira will survive the season. I think Vieira will do well.
Yep.
I think the Science will do well, and I think they'll finish 12th. God.
We're moving on to Everton now. All I'm saying is Everton would have fucking ripped your hand off for 11th place after what happened. Oh God, Everton, just...
It's awful.
Sort yourselves out. I'm a Liverpool fan, right? I found it a bit funny, but... And that's about to fall. Holy shit. Right when I'm fucking recording. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, Everton. Get your shit together.
I have Everton 11th. And the only reason is... I don't know. I just think the competition's too strong for...
Oh God, that was such a mess with Rafa and all that.
Every team above 11th. Rafa, why did you do this? I'm
still a bit annoyed about Rafa going to Everton, but Adrian Rafa did his job, didn't he?
I heard it. I'm not doing this out of spite, okay? I'm not doing this out of spite. I still respect Rafa Benitez, but why did he have to go to Everton? Good God.
It was part of the master plan.
DCL, Richarlison.
Injured most of the season. Richarlison barely just hit 10 league goals.
Bo Bryant. James
left.
Looks like he could be going out the door. They haven't brought in a lot of good players. Like they signed Mario Gray for who
had a good start to the season, then fell off.
1.5 million. Townsend
Also had a good start season and fell off.
On a free transfer, they did kind of bottle Europe, if I'm being
They would have fucking ripped your hand off for bottling Europe. Not even joking.
honest, which I'm not going to lie, from the fan. I kind of got a little bit of enjoyment.
You have no idea. Past MSG, oh god, just the enjoyment we got out of Everton just nearly getting relegated. I didn't obviously want them to get relegated because it would have been a bit bad to see a big club like Everton get relegated. I know it's a local rival, but it was kind of funny for a while.
Excuse me. The fuck did you just say?
I fucking said what I said, John Tron.
They just don't have enough to compete with the teams above them. Once again, though, I still think 11th, it's not bad, but, you know.
It's not bad, but, you know, it's better than 16th and nearly getting relegated, isn't it? Alright, we're about halfway through. Let's see. I'm pretty sure this is the worst one for me.
So, yeah, happy 11th. 10th place, West Ham.
Finished 7th. I mean, didn't get that many points, but 10th is wrong regardless.
Right. West Ham, brilliant last season.
Yes.
They nearly got Champions League. They finished in the Europa League.
Yep.
Good. I think they'll focus more on Europe.
And for the most part, they did. They reached the semi-final and eventually lost to the losers Frankfurt.
They haven't made too many signings. They've more sold than anything else. I know a guy who's a big West Ham fan. Kind of devastated by the amount of transfers they were linked with and didn't sign.
Ooh.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
I just think 10th West Ham, good position. I think they'll make it to out of their group for the
I see who's next. Oh, God.
9th Leeds.
17th Leeds. Survived last day of season Leeds. Most of the players getting injured Leeds. Kind of like Liverpool the season before.
Just Leeds a class. They're very, very good. Bamford I don't think will have as good of a season, but
He was injured most of the time, but yes.
they have brought in some decent signings. They brought in Jack Harrison on a permanent transfer,
Didn't really do much throughout the entire season.
which is very, very good. Oh, Junior Firpo from Barcelona. That's great.
That's terrible. He's been one of their worst signings in a long time, according to Leeds fans. Once again, why is the picture quality so terrible? Fucking get to work. The quality of and editing will get a lot better. Don't worry. I've had plenty of time to work on projects for other people, and the quality has got a lot better. Trust me.
Like Alioski, I know a lot of Leeds fans liked him.
He got a Saudi Arabian team of the season, so I guess better than Firpo.
He was just an absolute shithouse. But Firpo is a great standard attacking fullback.
Well, what do you call an attacking fullback who isn't good at attacking? Unreliable, because can't defend either.
Well, obviously United absolutely smashed them, but we kind of know if United are playing Leeds at home, it's not going to end well for Leeds, as we seen last season.
Oh, well, that kind of rung through again, didn't it?
I won't take that too hard. I think Leeds will do still very, very well and finish in 9th place, top half yet again, and hopefully the Irish guy doesn't have to get another tattoo.
Which he didn't, but I think he has to go into a cave in Wicklow or something. Okay, the next one is really bad.
Now, this changed a lot, but this is going to be... Arsenal fans are going to be happy with you. I'm putting you 8th, Arsenal.
You finished 5th. You finished 5th. You bottled Champions League. You did bottle it. It was a bottle, okay? You bottled it. You blew it.
I love your signings. I love the signing of Albert Sambi Lakonga. He's a meme amongst people I know. I absolutely love the man.
Mixed bag this season, but it'll get better.
I like the signing of Tavares.
I mean, he scored a couple of goals, but defensively he's kind of... this is from the mouth of an Arsenal fan I heard. Runs around like a headless chicken.
Odegaard literally just signed yesterday.
Brilliant signing.
Brilliant.
Yep, there you go.
Brilliant signing.
In my opinion, should be the Arsenal captain too.
However, I just think... like Ben White, okay? Good defender. 50 million.
I still don't stand by the 50 million, right? I said I think 30 at most. I'm leaning closer to that 50 million mark because especially with Gabriel, he was so good like after the first month or two of the season. Very, very good. And if he keeps it up, I will put my hands up and I will admit it. Ben Woodburn, fucking hell. That's something else. Ben White worth 50 million. If he can keep it up. If he can start it next season very well, I will say it. Ben White, fully worth that 50 million.
No.
Yes.
Never.
They did.
30 at most.
I'm leaning towards 45. It's a no. I know I'm just being very picky, but once again, if he could just keep this momentum going, then definitely was worth it.
There's a difference with, like, it's not because he's short, okay? Fabio Cannavaro was 5'9", and he
I love how I just can. I said Ben White wasn't worth 50 million. I bring Fabio Cannavaro into it. Oh, so me.
Dominated in year because of his anticipation, because of his determination, because of his positioning. Ben White needs to learn that.
Well, he kind of had Gabriel to do most of that, so he just did his own thing.
He had Dunk, who's like 6'3", Webster, who's like 6'5", and Byrne, who was like 6'6", winning all the headers, and then Byrne would do some defensive work and then get the ball away. I just think he needs that centre back partner who's just dominant in the air, and Arsenal, unfortunately, they don't really have that.
Hey!
Moving on.
I think they'll play well. I think their attack will do very, very well. I think Lacazette and Aubameyang. I think Aubameyang.
The less said about Aubameyang, the better. We're just moving on. We're not talking about Aubameyang. And Lacazette's just joined Leon, so
I just think the defense is going to let them down, unfortunately. Now, 7th.
it was more the other way around, actually. Especially Ramsdale. Like, first half of the season was very, very good. He kind of fell off a little bit, but that was more individual brilliance. I even slagged Ramsdale 30 million. He was worth it. And he's 23, so he's going to be a great long-term keeper.
I'm once again believing in the hype. Aston Villa.
No!
Why am I saying Villa, even though Spurs are... I obviously got the order mixed up, so obviously I put Villa... What's that? 7th? Okay, so where did Villa finish? 14th. Oh, I know what I'm about to say. I'm not even going to talk about Villa, because I already know what I said. They reinvested Jack Grealish money. They bought Bailey. Injured most of the season. Didn't do that well. Buendia just didn't do that well. They signed Danny Ings. Scored a bike. Scored like 1 or 2 other goals. Didn't do that well. Ollie Watkins, inconsistent form. Dean Smith was sacked. Jared got a little blip going a little while and then it kind of fell apart. And we're not even going to mention the last game of the season because it still hurts.
If Aston Villa I can't see this team not doing well.
Well, they didn't. So, and the less about this man, the better.
7th and battling for Europe. So I'm having them in 7th and battling for Europe. 6th, I changed last minute yet again. We have Spurs. I like the signing Spurs made. Christian Romero, brilliant old school centre.
And was one of their best players this season. Not even to mention Bentancur and Kulusevski. Fucking my God. And Conte. Fucking hell. And I'm going to talk about Nuno here. Ah, God, Nuno.
Back. I like that. The Harry Kane thing, honestly, I don't like. He's crucial. He gets them at least 30 goals a season.
He scored like 15.
But I think if he goes and they invest the money well, I don't think they'll miss him as much.
Well, he didn't leave, and he was actually took a backseat to Son, who was the main guy this season, and fair play to him.
It's a controversial thing, I know, but that's just how I feel. I think Nuno will be a good, safe pair of hands. He's the
oh, no.
defensive manager. That's Spurs' main problem. They brought in Golini, who I think will eventually replace Hugo Lloris.
Lloris had one of his best individual seasons in a while, so that didn't work out very well. I think he's actually gone back to Atalanta now, Golini.
They still have a lot of the players that were linked with moved away. Like I heard Reguilon was linked with a move back.
Oh, ironic. He actually is linked with a move away because Conte doesn't like him.
Back to Madrid. That never happened. He had a brilliant season. Oliver Skip came back from a good loan
Also had a good season but got injured, but was still very, very good.
spell at Norwich. Højbjerg, who had a brilliant Euros and a brilliant debut season.
And had a brilliant second season too. Goes under the radar. Fucking hell, the radiator, yeah. Goes under the radar a lot. Brilliant signing.
Season for Spurs. I just think they'll finish in the top 6. Yeah.
Well, they did, but they got the last Champions League spot.
Spurs in 6th place. Now for the top 5.
Leicester, okay. I fell into the trap of Leicester just being Europa League bottle jobs. In all fairness, Leicester had the same problem Leeds did, just injuries at the wrong time. Fofana's leg break at the beginning of the season. Johnny Evans was consistently injured. Vardy was injured, and for some reason, Brendan Rodgers decided, yeah, I have Iheanacho here who got me 15 goals last season. In the second half of the season, I'm not going to play him. So Iheanacho has been terrible over the last year. He really has been terrible. And yeah, they just were kind of unlucky, and also they were inconsistent. So
this is becoming a meme, but unfortunately, Leicester, you're finishing 5th again.
And they actually only finished 4 points out of 7, so they recovered big time.
I love Leicester. I love Brendan Rodgers. I love the squad. I just feel they just don't have that they don't have the consistency, right?
Yeah, but it was mainly the injuries, but the consistency too. Yeah.
And not to mention, team I have fourth have a lot of players coming back, as you'll find out in the next minute or so. I think Vardy will drop off a little bit, if I'm being honest. I don't think he'll.
Oh boy, I wonder who can. Oh, I said Vardy would drop off. The only reason why he did slightly drop off was because he was injured and still got 15 league goals. So, yeah, I look like an idiot.
Do as well, even though he scored the opening day. I just don't think he'll do as well. I love the signing of
Samara. Yeah, if Hatzendaka didn't get as much game time as he probably should have, Sumaru has been terrible according to Leicester fans.
Those are brilliant young signings for the future, and the squad's still very good. They still have James Maddison, who's back from injury, Tielemans, who had a brilliant
who's now wanting to leave
season. Harvey Barnes is going to be coming back from injury.
Oh, he didn't do much because once again he was injured and just very inconsistent.
I just have them finishing 5th. They'll be pushing for UCL all the way, but I just don't see them getting it again.
Right, we're coming near the end of this now. The top 4.
My club, Liverpool. I like to believe I'm a very unbiased Liverpool fan,
I still believe that,
and I like the sign of Konate. Right,
I'm proud of that one. Ibu was absolutely brilliant this season.
Very, very good young centre back for the future. He's still he's good now.
See, look how terrible that is. Like, oh,
I just don't feel like we have enough.
We have more than enough now. And also with Mane leaving, it's kind of sad. But we're linked with Darwin Nunez. I personally think it's a bit of an overpay, but I said the same about Van Dijk, and look at that turned out. That looks like the best 75 million ever spent. I will back every signing until it proven otherwise. Simple as that. I backed even Benteke. I backed Benteke and I was thinking, oh, maybe Klopp can keep him one more season, but it's probably best he didn't. So I'm just going to not say anything. And yeah, hope if Darwin does join, he can just hit the ground running.
Right, we lost Wijnaldum.
Didn't miss him. We did not miss him. Thiago. Like, just overall, he was fucking brilliant, Thiago. Up there for one of our players of the season.
On a free transfer. Big oof. Genie was brilliant at what he
And he didn't play at fucking PSG at all.
did. And don't get me wrong, right? Naby looked very good first day of the season.
Got a lot better this season, Naby, to be fair to him. I hope he does stay, personally. But if we can get 50 million off PSG for him, then fucking hell, yes. We basically get our money back.
Naby's injuries are what stopped him. And
not as injury prone this season, but still had a couple of injuries.
at the moment, I do sadly consider him a bit of a flop. But if Naby can
I
get
hit
his
the fucking mic again.
form, we could be battling for the top, for second or third. VVD's back.
Well, we battled for the league pretty much the whole season. So, yeah, you're wrong.
Joe Gomez is back. Matip is back.
Joe Gomez barely played. Matip had a fucking magnificent season. In my opinion, he was the best centre-back out of them all this season, personally. My giraffe.
We still have like Ali, who got good form at the end of the season. By the way,
Addison, fucking hell, what a season he had.
Tsimikas will start until I think late October, early November.
Oh, Kostas, the Greek scouser, the absolute legend, the Greek god in Anfield. Fucking love Kostas.
Because unfortunately Robbo has a slight injury. Trent, brilliant end of the season.
And had a fucking brilliant overall season, apart from the Champions League final. The less said about that, the better.
Going to keep it up. Salah started off season very well, goal and 2 assists.
Was just on fire the first half of the season, and after AFCON, he had so much potential this season, and it just exploded in his face.
Bobby, I think Jota will play more than Bobby personally.
And I think he did.
And Mane hopefully gets his form back, so I have
And he did. Mane in that false 9 position did very well this season.
us finishing in 4th, but we could be pushing 3rd or 2nd all season.
Or first. Literally be a few minutes away from winning the Premier League.
3rd place, Man United.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this one. Go on. I've only gotten 3 right, by the way, but I'll fucking take that. Considering the Irish guy only got like 2. I'll fucking take that. I just want to laugh at United.
I can't overlook the signs of Sancho,
who started off bad. Like, United fans would admit, he started off really bad. He got better as the season went on, but yeah.
the signing of Varane.
Injured most of the season, but was actually very good when they played.
Like, what the hell? Pogba.
Just don't talk about Pogba.
Fernandez.
Also had a down season.
Oh my god, Greenwood.
We don't talk about him. Oh God, the power of hindsight's an incredible thing, isn't it?
Jesus Christ, why do United have to get their good team back? Like, I enjoyed laughing at them. And
You're still gonna enjoy laughing at them because, oh God, it's just really funny. Ronaldo scored like what 18 league goals, and still they couldn't finish in the Champions League spot.
them being bad, but I can't now. They just look so solid.
It's great. I'm just have a big smile on my face now.
They have so much depth now, and it's scary. Maguire.
Harry Maguire! Oh, poor Hart. Just take the captaincy off him. Just give the man a break.
Inform Luke Shaw.
He got like, if it makes you feel any better, he got one inform this year, and I was on England duty. But apart from that, he's been shit.
Oh God! All they're missing is a good defensive midfielder, like
They're still missing that.
because Matic and Fred. I think Fred is a decent box.
Matic actually, Matic just left for Roma. Fred actually had a quite good season. To be fair to him, I hear this from a lot of United fans. He was one of their best players all season.
The box mid, but I think Matic is past it. Martial.
Oh, Martial. Oh, Anthony. Ooh, just your career's fallen off a cliff, hasn't it?
Nah, I don't think he'll start all
He didn't really. And when he did, he just couldn't do anything because he was very lazy.
the time. Unfortunately, I think his United career will probably come to an end in a season or two.
Ah. And I think anyone could have saw that one coming.
Rashford's out for an injury for a little while.
Rashford had a really bad season, and his attitude kind of stank.
Do very well and finish third. Now, Chelsea or City? Who do I have second place?
I wonder who. That tastes of shit. Yeah, so I put City second and Chelsea first. And I based it all on transfers. I said Romelu Lukaku probably win the Golden Boot. Just let him speak.
I have City. I have City second place because losing Aguero is a massive thing. Yes,
They didn't fucking miss him at all. De Bruyne fucking got so many goals. Same with Bernardo Silva. Jesus pitched in a bit. Sterling, as he usually does. Mahrez had the best season of his career. Yeah, just wrong.
but I just don't think they've done enough. Like, they're still starting Mendy, who got absolutely destroyed.
Oh my god. What am I... if I mention a footballer, are they just going to do something stupid in real life? We're not speaking about him either.
Against Spurs, and like, you can't keep relying on, like, Zinchenko's decent. He does the job, but he's just not a good enough left back. And it's just, I don't know, I just don't think they can keep up with who I have first, which is kind of obvious now. Gabriel Jesus won't do enough. I
He did more than enough.
still think they'll do unbelievably well. Because
That's an understatement.
the thing with City is, the last two seasons, they've started off meh, and then they've gone to win the league.
It's more like they started off great, then had a slight period where they were mad, then finished season strong again.
KDB, oh, they still have everyone. They still have KDB, they have Mahrez. Grealish,
I have a massive smile on my face. Just listen.
they overpaid for him personally. I don't think he's worth any more than 50 million. I'm actually, like, this is... don't get me wrong, like, I'm Irish, I'm not the biggest fan of Jack Grealish,
Yeah.
but he was good at Villa, but he's nowhere near worth 100 million.
Yeah.
Right, why sign Grealish when you have Mahrez, who, from the bench, does better than Grealish when it comes to output? And here's a little bet I will do right now. If
Also, I know output isn't everything, but it's important.
Grealish in the league gets more than 15 goal contributions for 100 million, which is the very minimum you'd expect. 100 million, 15 goal contribution league. If he gets 15 goal contributions to the league or more, I will buy an Ireland number 10 Jack Grealish shirt.
Sorry for a second. I rest my case.
Alright, now that that's over, number 1, Chelsea. Tuchel came in January, or was it February, I can't remember. Chelsea were 8th or 9th. They finished 3rd. They won the Champions League.
Yeah.
Tuchel is a brilliant manager.
And I still believe that he's one of the best managers in the world.
They have a brilliant team. They have Mendy.
Still had a very, very good season.
They have Aspilicueta, who's Still very, very good. They kept Thiago Silva
Had a brilliant season, Thiago Silva.
for another year. Good saying. Christensen's in great form.
Christian's leaving. Rudiger's leaving. Yeah, we never expected. Once again, we didn't expect what actually happened to happen, did we?
Rudiger's in great form. Marcus Alonso, they hate Marcus.
Oh, bringing up Marcus Alonso. Like, he actually played both seasons because of Chilwell's injury, so that one's not as bad. He's also looking to leave.
Alonso playing well again. He still has Chilwell. He has Kante.
Didn't mention Reece James, who had a very good season. Kante was injured a lot.
He has Jorginho, who just
Meh.
won the Euros and is being put up for the UEFA Men's Player of the Year award.
Yeah, that was really dumb.
They just signed King Lukaku.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ, Lukaku. Just didn't go well, and he didn't exactly help himself. Yikes.
115 million prime.
Why is once again the image quality? Just fucking hell, just do something. Get better images. Edit them. Do something. Stop being lazy.
Romelu Lukaku. Their main problem last season was goals. Jorginho was the top goal scorer in the league with 7. They still got Kai Havertz. They're probably
I think the top goal scorer this season got like, I don't know, I think it was Mason Mount with like 11. Oh, jeez.
play Burner on the wing. He'll have a better season.
I think Werner might. No, he actually had a worse season. Never mind.
It's scary how good Chelsea could be this season.
They could have been very good, but they weren't. They were not.
And I had Chelsea win the league last year with the amount of money they spent. They finished 3rd, okay?
And they finished 3rd again, you moron. They finished 3rd again. Miles away from Liverpool and City.
But that was mainly because they had a bad period around Christmas where they just dropped a lot of points. Chelsea are winning the league.
No, they did not. Man City won the league.
That's just how I have it. So that's my Premier League predictions. We've got Norwich, Watford, Brentford, Newcastle, Brighton,
Yep.
Burnley, Southampton,
Yep.
Wolves, Palace, Everton, West Ham, Leeds,
Yep.
Arsenal, Villa, Spurs,
Yeah, there you go. I corrected it.
Leicester, Liverpool, United, City, and Chelsea. Leave your complaints and
Oh, I'll leave a fucking complaint. You're fucking clueless. So, yeah, we got 3 right. We got Norwich, Watford, and we got Palace right. The worst ones we got wrong. Once again, I'm giving myself a pass for Newcastle, Brighton, Everton, Villa, and Leicester. But still got 3 out of 20. Jack Grealish didn't get 15 goal contributions. I don't have to wear a terrible Jack Grealish jersey. And yeah, that's that. And I'm going to go and edit this now. But before I go, I'm just going to pass it on to slightly future MSG, who will talk about future of the channel. But like I said, if you got any enjoyment out of this, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, share, friends, all the great stuff. And now on to slightly more future MSG. Well, hello everyone, it is future editor MSG. It is currently 2:06. I was hoping to get this video out on Friday, but I actually was kind of busy today. And not to mention, I am about 5.5 to close 6 hours into editing this. And I know for a lot of editors, I wish it only took about 5 or 6 hours. But this is my first video back, and it's my biggest project in a long time. So hopefully you can give me a bit of a break. It will be out straight away tomorrow. All I have to do is add this little segment in, which doesn't even involve really much editing. It's just mainly me explaining the future of the channel, my hiatus, and etc. So if you made it this far, which I'm really sorry about the length of the video, I was really going to try and keep it under 35 minutes, 40 at the most. But if I did try to keep that long, I would have cut out a lot of the points that I made in the me speaking, post-com, and me in the actual video. So I felt like it was good to keep it in. I'm gonna try. It's definitely gonna be under an hour though. So I fucking hope. I'm gonna try and make this as quick as possible, while also to get my point across. So first thing, why did I start my hiatus? Well, it comes down into 3 categories, and the first one's probably the most important: motivation. So motivation, I find very hard to get through a lot of the time. Like I say, I don't know, like it comes maybe once or twice a week where I feel fully motivated to do something besides, routine. So when I was making videos, on the day I'd get the motivation to go like, okay, I'm gonna get the gameplay, I'm gonna edit it, I'm gonna do all this, and I'm gonna have it up. The problem with that is that might only last a day, 2 days tops. After that, the motivation's gone. And this brings on to the next segment. Ultimate Team, for at least a good half of this year, I found incredibly boring. I've not played that much FIFA this year. Well, as much as usual. Usually I would have capped off 1,000 games. I haven't done that this year, and there's a reason for that. I just find FIFA very boring and unrewarding. In fact, I find the gameplay very infuriating, because there's one thing I hate. There's a lot of things I hate about FIFA. consistency. I hate when one game's really responsive, everything is okay, and even if I lose, it's fine, okay? If I lost to the better player, I know there's classic EA bullshit in a lot of games, but just, you know, it's fine as long as the players are doing what I tell them to do. Then there's games where everything is slow, delayed, the animations are terrible, dumbass AI, and it just ruins it for me. And not to mention there'll be days, right, where let's say Monday I get up going, okay, I'm gonna record. I record a little bit, then I get today's content out of the way. Then I have to wait till Tuesday. Okay, I'm still having a bit more vision. Nothing comes out on a Tuesday. Then I go by Wednesday, I record a little bit, and then by the time I get to the editing and I look over all the clips, I go like, I don't think this is good anymore, or I think I don't have any more motivation, so I'd either leave it for a while or I'd completely scrap it. And that was different with career mode, which I do kind of regret giving up, but I just felt like if I'm not going to record Ultimate Team, what's the point of me recording career mode? The career mode was good because you could get motivated on the day, play the games, edit it and upload it all in the same day, 2 days tops, and I enjoyed that. And I thought at least Project Revive was a nice little concept, but a lot of people seem to enjoy that. And the third and final issue was the MSG channel was never supposed to be just FIFA. Like, if we'll go on to my channel right now, actually. So as you can see here, the MSG channel, we have a nice little art banner here, which was made a while ago by someone on Fiverr. So as you can see, you got Fabio Cannavaro there. I love Fabio Cannavaro. He's my one of my favorite footballers, probably up there with Gerrard for me. My inspiration for like playing defense when I played football. But in case you have noticed, there's other people here. Like, there's Bayek from Assassin's Creed Origins, one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games. You got Captain Price. I am a massive fan, or at least was a massive fan of COD. The later ones have been pretty shit, except Modern Warfare 2 Remake looks pretty damn good, and I will probably play that. And you even got the Abyss Watchers from Dark Souls. By the way, speaking of just Souls, fucking Elden Ring. My first playthrough took 105 hours. I fucking loved that game, and I might even do a video on that. The MSG channel was never supposed to be just FIFA. It never was. And I think I kind of forgot that, because as you can see here, my last few videos, right? When was the last non-FIFA video? Nothing involving FIFA, right? Let's say, probably this. Alright, so how many videos? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 videos. It's just, like I said, FIFA was never just one of the things I wanted to do. And at least when I don't want to play FIFA, I had other games to play. Like I said, I even spoke about it before earlier in the year. I played Deathloop. I found great enjoyment out of that. And like I said, just there, Elden Ring. I enjoyed Elden Ring. There are games I want to play. And for people who, if there is anyone from way, way back in the day, I played other games. Like, I played Outlast 2. I played The Last of Us 2. I never finished them because I was really just worried about the views, but the truth is I really shouldn't be, because number one, I'm a small channel, okay? I'm very happy with all 400 of my subscribers, and I thank you all for hitting the subscribe button and liking and enjoying the videos and all that. I really do appreciate it, but I shouldn't worry about views, because like I said, when you start looking at something like this as a job rather than something you enjoy doing, is when it stops becoming fun. So I will in the future, not in the past, Jesus, how the fuck does that work? Time travel hasn't been invented yet. I want to do more than FIFA, and I will be doing more FIFA. I might even do some sort of like game review type videos, because I can literally sit here and talk to people, or even talk to myself about games, what makes a game good and what, in my opinion, makes a game bad. And I just really, really enjoy that. And I like, you know, I like editing, and I like making graphics for people and all that, and I have done that in the time I was off. So yeah, those are the three main reasons. I will be coming back. Whether I stay or not, we'll have to see. But there will be a massive change. The MSG channel will no longer just be just FIFA. There will still be FIFA content. I'm not sure if there'll be Ultimate Team though, so if you're not, honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, if you're only here for Ultimate Team content, it'll be very few and far between, I think, nowadays. There might be a couple, I think. Otherwise, I'll be playing other games. I will still be playing career mode or stuff like that. I'll be doing other stuff. So if you're honestly only here for Ultimate Team, I don't mind if you unsubscribe, because I don't want you to be forced to watch things that you don't want to watch. There's plenty of other creators out there that will do only Ultimate Team. So if you're, like I said, if you don't like me doing other stuff and you just don't want to be around, you don't feel like you have to, okay? That's the last thing. I don't want to make people forcefully feel like they have to be here. That's the last thing I want. But anyway, guys, I've talked long enough. How long have I been recording this? Going on nearly 8 minutes now, and this video will be close to an hour. So anyway, guys, if I doubt many people made it all the way to the end here, or if there's even one person look at this, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed me looking at my terrible Premier League predictions. If you did like it, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment below, share friends, such great stuff. Next video, I don't know. It'll probably be this month. I hope it'll be this month, but I can't give you an exact date because I would be lying. But there will be a video this month. I won't be going on another 7-month hiatus, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.